Hey, how's it going? Vladimir Donis here. So, hey, I wanted to jump online and do a quick video. And the title of this video is Long-Term Success in Network Marketing. So, essentially, I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about the concept of the full journey, and also want to talk about the concept of individual paths. Those are the two things that I want to talk about. But before I get into the actual content, let me go ahead and provide some context. I believe that every network marketer, every business owner needs to have a marketing plan. And the only way for them to have a marketing plan is to have a marketing roadmap, which is why when I do anything marketing, I use a specific roadmap. This is my roadmap that I built, that I pretty much designed when I work with businesses. So essentially, the content piece that I'm going to be speaking from today, as it relates to this specific roadmap, is the transformation section. So this is a full-blown roadmap, but I'm going to be pulling from the transformation section to go ahead and provide you with the content today. So essentially, long-term success in network marketing. So some time ago, I had a dating website. This is not new to you guys. I talk about my dating website all of the time because that was my first business. So I had my dating website, and I was starting to kind of just catch some traction. So things were working, things were kind of just moving in the right direction. And then I wanted to kind of just become a little bit more legit, and I wanted to go ahead and copyright some things. So I was working with a copywriting company to try and copyright some things. So in the process of me trying to copyright some things, I found that I was in violation of copywriting. I was like, well, how am I in violation of copyright laws when I'm trying to do the right thing in copyright? So essentially, one of the things that my dating website was about is that we gave people the opportunity to upload dance and music videos. Well, essentially, if people are uploading music and dance videos, I don't have the rights to those music or dance videos, so I was in violation. And essentially, in order for me to go ahead and track that, I had to pay almost $200,000 or more to 3 different record label companies to try and track it and or pay royalties, right? So essentially, this was a $600,000 thing that I had to do in order to kind of become compliant. So I couldn't do that. So you know what? That whole thing was kind of just kabish. So essentially, I went from having a dating website that was kind of just moving and thriving to all of a sudden, you know what? I could no longer operate as a company. So essentially, I still had the desire to continue in business. So, I was looking for the next thing to do. So that was my goal. So, you know what? Hey, that didn't work out. However, I still have the desire to continue in this whole business thing. So, I was working with a couple of guys at the time, and then we were planning a business venture. But the business venture was going to take about, from a development standpoint, it's going to take about 2 years for it to develop. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I just waited a year and a half for my dating website to launch, for that to go ahead and go live. Now I don't have to wait another 2.5 years for this other business to launch. And I was getting impatient, to be honest with you. So I'm still kind of just doing my thing. And at the time, I started to kind of just teach marketing. And then one day someone approached me, and they introduced me to a network marketing opportunity. So voila, here's the network marketing opportunity. So when that person introduced me to the network marketing company, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? This makes sense. I don't have to wait for a product. Everything is already in place. The business is already in place. All I have to do is just start selling, and then I can go ahead and earn some money. So here I am. I'm excited again. I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to be back in business, sooner than later. So here I am. I'm talking to the person. We're talking. He sends me the information about the company. I check out the company, and then the following day we had a follow-up conversation. And as we're having a follow-up conversation, I'm saying to him, hey, you know what, man? I'm very excited. These are some of the things that I'm going to do from a marketing standpoint to go ahead and market this business. And I said, I'm going to do this online. I'm going to do that online. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I'm excited. I'm telling him everything I'm going to do. And he's kind of just stopped me. He said, you know what? You can't do all this stuff online. I'm saying to myself, what do you mean by you can't do all this stuff online? He said, you know what? We're not allowed to promote online. We can't do all of this online stuff that you're trying to do. So I said to him, you know what? This is all I know. This is what I've been learning for the last year. What do you mean by I can't do this stuff online? The company doesn't allow it. So at that point, I said to myself, you know what? I cannot join this company because this company is going to put me in a box, and essentially is going to be a short-term thing. I cannot think from this is not a long-term plan. So I had to tell this specific guy that I could no longer join the company. And essentially, this is the reason why. The reason why I didn't want to join the company is because at the time I started to kind of just learn about I started to learn about marketing funnels, and I started to learn about all of this online way to leverage the internet to go ahead and generate leads and turn those leads into customers. And all of a sudden, this person's telling me I can't use the internet. That defeats the whole purpose. If I can't use the internet, that is not a long-term thing for me. So essentially, I did not join this specific individual's opportunity because I could not create long-term success. So the next question is, okay, how do you create long-term success? So for me, the way that you create long-term success is by having what I call deployable assets. So essentially, everything for me is all about being able to create assets. So essentially, if you look at this specific guide here, this is the web selling method. This specific method is a method that is mine that I can use to pass along to when someone joins my team. And when someone joins my team, I teach them how to go ahead and create one of these for their own. Why is that important to them? it's important to them for a couple of reasons. One, they will have their own individual assets that they can use. They can go ahead and promote that online to other individuals. And two, they'll be learning a specific skill at the same time. So essentially, this is my full-blown plan. But every time I come on, I tell you, you know what, I'm going to be pulling from a specific piece, and that specific piece becomes a specific asset. This video becomes an asset, and I can go ahead and use that asset to generate leads and then turn those leads into a customer. This specific company did not allow me to do that. So another example as to how you can do that, if you're in a company or if you're trying to do marketing, the way that you can do that is think about it this way. So essentially, let's just say that the people that are coming to you, they're coming to you because they want a website, right? So that's their full journey. If you were to provide a service to them from A to Z, what the main goal is, or the outcome for the customer is a website, right? That is the full goal. But if you want to try to attract people, if you want to create what I call, assets from a long-term standpoint, some of the things that you can do is you can think about some of the mini or baby steps that an individual need before they have a full website. So one of the things that you can think about is if they're at this step right here and they need to get to step A, what is it they need to do? What is it they need to consider? One of the things they need to do, and one of the things they need to consider is a website name. So essentially, you can create some content around, these are some of the best brand. This is how to create a brand from the very start. Don't have a dash on the website. Don't have a website with 3 names, so on and so forth. So you can start to create content around what you think will help your specific audience. And what that is that you're creating assets. And when you create those specific assets, those things become things that are long-term, and you can use those, from a marketing standpoint. That first company, I'm not necessarily going to say the company name because that's not my goal. That first company, to me, it was almost like another job because, if you're telling me, hey, I have all of these restrictions, then I can't necessarily grow, right? And then the question that I asked myself at the time as well is, okay, they don't want me to use, the internet to go ahead and promote the products and the services. How are they promoting the products and their services? I see that they had a website, they had a YouTube page, they had a Facebook page. It's like, no, you're contradicting yourself. So essentially, if you want to have long-term success in network marketing or in any business for that matter, you need to go ahead and create what I call assets. The way that you create assets is you think about the full journey or the full picture, and you think about the many steps that individuals have to take in order for them to go ahead and accomplish or receive the end result, and then create what I call assets around the individual goals and kind of just help them accomplish the individual goals. Again, when I come online, what I do is this is my full web selling method. When someone joins my opportunity, I teach them how to create one of these on their own. But every time I come online, I am pulling from one of these specific chapters per se, and I'm producing information around those specific chapters because I know that creates an asset and that creates something from a long-term standpoint. One of the things that I'm doing right now is that my partner and I are hosting a free web class. So the web class has 2 goals. Goal number 1 is going to help you to generate a lead online. And then goal number 2 is going to help you to turn that lead into a customer. Now, this is specific for network marketing. If you're network marketing, this web class is going to show you how to, take a lead, generate a lead online, and then turn that lead into a customer. And then, there's going to be a link somewhere on this page. You can go ahead and click on that link, and the link is going to allow you to register for the free web class. If you're not in network marketing, but you need help with marketing, I can go ahead and become your marketing guy. And if I become your marketing guy, guess what? I'm going to take this specific framework, and we're going to make sure that from a marketing standpoint, that everything is specific and everything is airtight. So, hey, that's my time. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you soon.